Tom Petty, and you don't know how it feels. Vape Radio on a Wicked Wednesday, and yeah, you may not know how it feels, but, you know, a lot of people don't know a lot of things. A lot of people don't know, let's just say nicotine, for example. A lot of people don't really know. They think they know, but they don't. And got a guest joining me, a guy who's going to try to change that. He's going to make sure the world does know nicotine. That would be the one, the only. Director, producer of A Billion Lives, and now the upcoming You Don't Know Nicotine, Mr. Aaron Biebert. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good, sir. How about yourself?
Doing good, man. Where are you at on a Wednesday? I know you guys have been out already getting filming underway for You Don't Know Nicotine.
Yeah, we had an interview with a NBC station over here in Milwaukee, so we actually booked it back as fast as we could and got back just in time. So I'm actually in Milwaukee this morning.
Nice.
Back home.
Yeah. How cold is it in Milwaukee today?
It's probably in the low teens. I haven't left the house yet this morning.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank God I'm on the Gulf Coast is all I can say.
Yeah. Yesterday it was a balmy 28 degrees. We were like, wow, it's warm here.
Oh, my God.
28.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 73 tomorrow. So,
oh, gosh.
Well, you'll have to come down and visit. You'll have to come down and visit because I know between the Gulf Coast and Milwaukee, there's a whole lot of people who don't know nicotine.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we definitely are planning on heading that direction. So, yeah, maybe that'll be the turning point. We'll have to see. Depends on everything, scheduling and whatever. But, yeah, we definitely need to come down there.
I hear you. So, now you've had the Kickstarter going for a couple of weeks now to get the backing to make You Don't Know Nicotine, the follow-up to A Billion Lives, and the pledges financially have certainly been there. You know, you were looking for a $50,000 goal, and it's currently sitting at $62,000 and change, you know. That's great.
Yeah,
but that's not the whole story, right?
Well, you know, to make like a really high level documentary and get, you know, all these different professionals involved and publicists and all the marketing. Usually the films you hear about are, you know, running around $1 million of budget. Now we have our own, you know, some of our own people on staff, and they've agreed to work for, you know, really low rates just to get this done because they believe in it. You know, we did A Billion Lives. We saw the value of that. Now, you know, so we're able to make a movie for $50,000, but we want to hit some of those stretch goals on Kickstarter so that we can get publicists, so that we can get, you know, higher level people working on it, soundtracks, all that kind of stuff. You know, get it into, you know, the right film festivals and all that kind of stuff. It takes pretty much a small army of about 50 some people to make a movie, you know, pretty big. And so, yeah, you know, but we're really thrilled that we hit that goal. I think on the 8th day, you know, after opening week. All of a sudden, there it was. We hit it. So, and thanks to you guys for, you know, talking about it. I mean, I don't think I've seen anything hit that fast in a long time. So, definitely very impressive. But yeah, we're hoping to do more. But one of the main things we're actually hoping to do is get a lot of small donations too. You know, even there is a $1 level, and our goal would be that we could, you know, show the world that at least 1,000 people care about nicotine. You know, that topic matters, you know, because just last night when I was interviewed, they were asking me all about, oh, well, why would you talk about nicotine? Are you from Big Tobacco? And obviously we're not Big Tobacco. We made a movie about 1 billion people dying from Big Tobacco.
That's kind of the whole point.
Certainly not. Yeah, I was like, absolutely not. But, you know, the fact that they're asking, you know, bothers me because that means a lot of people aren't asking, but they're thinking it. So we need tons of people just to go on our Kickstarter and just give a buck. You know that's that we made a badge called "If You Give a Buck About Nicotine." You know, like you give a buck about nicotine. You know, so we just need a couple.
Keep in mind that is buck. That is buck with a B.
Yes, yeah, we're not saying that because I know that's not approved by the FCC or whatever. So.
No, you bring up a real good point because in this day and age, you know, everything is driven by statistics, analytics. You know, in this digital world, that's what those people who invest, you know, and you know, maybe want to partner with somebody who makes a documentary film. They want to see those numbers. Like it's great that you have the dollar amounts, but they need to see that you have a mass following. It's kind of like Instagram people. You know, like you know, if you only have 100 people following you. That's not worth as much as somebody who has 100,000 people following them. That's what you need, that same effect. And that's where just if you give $1, at least it counts towards that statistic to help win. Right.
It's a hard-earned Yeah, it's a hard-earned dollar. To give that to something means you believe in it.
Absolutely.
So right now we got just under 600 people believing in our movie. That's a lot of people, and we're super stoked on those 600 people. But it would be great to have, hit that 1,000, at least 1,000. Some Kickstarters are having, 10,000, and
right.
those make the news just because they're so popular. It'd be cool if we could get 10,000 people to give $1, but I know at this day and age that's definitely not going to happen. But if we could hit 1,000, that'd be pretty epic.
Absolutely. A lot of people have talked to me about this, and I say, you see, here's the thing. Most documentary films. Think about and I tell people, think about the documentary films you don't watch. But then you see them seriously, documentary films, not exactly a huge, boom at the box office. It's not it's not the Avengers. Right. It's not, it's not Hunger Games. It's not that. It's not Harry Potter. But what you get is the difference between the documentaries you've never heard of and the documentaries that you at least go like, oh yeah, I saw them talk about that. They won an Oscar for that documentary, or Netflix made a big deal about it, or Amazon, or Hulu, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference, is having that 50-person team you talked about that does the publicity, that does the media relations, that does all those things to drive the narrative of that documentary, to draw attention to it. That's the difference, and that's what we need so much with vaping.
Yeah, we were on that small list of Oscar-eligible films. We didn't get a nomination, but we were close last time to get on that thing, and I think this time we could push it over with everyone's help. So yeah, I definitely agree with you, and that's the difference. So we're gonna make a movie one way or the other. Now we hit our goal. We're super stoked on that, but now it's just like, how wide can we get it seen? And that's kind of my mission right now. We got I think 5 days to go. Saturday at noon is the end, and we're just stoked to hear what people think. We just got done with the tour through the country. As soon as we got the funding, we said, hey, let's get to work here. Let's show people that we're not screwing around.
Yeah.
And we went on a road trip all the way to LA, which was our #1 city, and along the way stopped and talked to the public. And I'm actually really sad after talking to the public. Like, this is a total disaster. Like, they literally don't know nicotine. And in fact, several people said, what is nicotine? I was like, oh my goodness, wow, you never even heard of it. Other people were like, oh yeah, I know nicotine. That's what kills you, and I just like, oh no. So this is basically what we found, is that smoking equals nicotine in most people's mind.
Right.
So when you say nicotine, I'm using low nicotine. They're like, oh, you're smoking. Okay. All right, you're smoking. Or you're still smoking, that kind of thing. And I told the person interviewing me the other day, like, hey, listen, if we talk like that as a society, if we don't support people who quit smoking and respect them, and we keep acting like they're still smoking because they're using a chemical called nicotine, which is not smoke, like, we're never going to be able to help get our society on track if we can't even speak the truth about something very simple and very scientific.
Absolutely.
We're screwed as a society, and so, yeah.
The amount of willful ignorance that you find out there is stunning sometimes.
Yep.
But that's why this film needs to be made. That's why these people need to be educated. They need to have this information presented to them in a truthful manner. And that's what you guys are going to do with this. And I have no doubt, because 1 billion lives looked like $1 billion was spent on it. It really did. So what's your
we made $1 billion on that, but
but it sure looked like it. The final product was amazing. It really was. It was a documentary, and it was serious, but it was entertaining, in large part to our boy Dave Gerlitz. And the beautiful cinematography, it was exactly the level of production that the subject requires.
Yeah, and we have the same core team, so it's going to be, we think we're 3 years more along here, 3 years more experience, that we should be able to make something even better. So yeah, and we've learned a lot of lessons from 1 billion lives. So yeah, we're ready to go. Yeah, we're excited. We love the support. The Vape Radio fam has been just epic. I don't think we would have hit the goal without you guys, getting the word out. So thank you guys for that.
Well, you're very welcome, and we're going to keep pushing it the remainder of the week. And again, we need to drive those numbers up.
Yeah, and even the small ones. I know some people are like, "Well, I don't have $100," and frankly, I don't even know if I have $100 at this point to put in there, because we're pretty much going all in on our, on our personal side of this. Just to stop doing the commercial work that we've been
right.
been doing to make money. We're actually just pretty much quit our jobs to do this almost. I know that sounds crazy, and some people are probably rolling their eyes right now, but yeah, like legit, we've passed up a lot of work now saying, hey, we're going to make this movie. We're going to focus on this movie. So yeah, everyone, a buck or two, great. Don't feel bad about that. That's great. A buck or two would get us a lot further than just sitting there hoping we do a good job. We need some actual people to pledge it at least a buck. Give a buck.
Exactly. Give
a buck about
right. We need those. We need those numbers to be up so that the rest of the world can see that and see how many people are truly behind this. Again, you talk about being on the road filming stuff. You talked about you were in LA filming stuff, and I saw that you were out there talking with Fig Ramsey. And first question I would have is, how did the rash clear up? Are you better now? And no, secondly, but no, Fig's a prime example of like the type of people who have been out there who have been preaching this message, have been speaking truth to power for a long time, and I know you had to have had some interesting stops along the road, be it with Fig Ramsey or any of the other people that you've talked to. Which one to you?
Really from Casa.
Yeah, be it with A Billion Lives or with what you've already shot for You Don't Know Nicotine. Which one really changed your perception the most? Really kind of stunned you and made you go like, "Wow, I never even thought about it like that." Which one really got to you the most?
Yeah, we had this lady, and obviously Fig Ramsey and Julie Wessner and some of the people that we saw along the way were these are great people that have been working hard for a long time. They deserve support. They deserve respect. And, we're always proud to, help however we can and all of that stuff. But one of the people, when we were driving through, we did go through Las Vegas. There was a little bit of a convention going on there. We stopped and saw a Wells Fargo analyst, and she was telling me a lot of stuff. But actually, the most powerful thing in Las Vegas was on our way out of town. We stopped at a street corner, and we're talking to a bunch of people with cameras. And I asked, I was at a bus stop, and I said, "Hey, anyone want to be in a movie?" This 70-year-old lady jumped up, and I was like, "Oh, okay, here." She seems pretty lively. She had something clearly wrong, with her brain. Whether it was some sort of a mental illness or just a stroke or something. I wasn't sure what it was, but when we talked to her, I was trying to get some answers to this question. But when I said, "Why do you?" She apparently was using nicotine, and I at 70, was obviously fit enough to come over and know what we were saying. But then she perked up and said, "I use nicotine because it calms me, and that it helps me, And this lady was, you'll see, we're probably going to release this clip at some point soon on our Facebook page. But it clearly was something that she felt she needed, and with her situation and knowing that 90% of people with schizophrenia use nicotine and that it is helping them in some ways. That's part of why we're making the movie. We want to find out what else is nicotine doing besides helping people quit smoking.
That is
what
a
else
great
is it doing?
take.
Yeah, and what she was like the person that personified, that showed me what we're fighting for here. Of course, people, we're preaching in the choir when we talk to people who are using vapor products or snus or some of those things. They already know what nicotine does.
Right.
They already know that it doesn't kill them. They already know a lot about it. But what about all the grandmas out there that are forgetting their grandchildren's names because they have Alzheimer's? And here, nicotine is showing promise that it could be a treatment for some of this stuff. Yeah. And we're not researching it because nicotine equals smoking. Like, that sucks. That's hurting people. I mean, if anyone's ever had a grandma that's forgotten their name, like, this is what we're fighting for, of course, as well as people's right, to quit smoking how they want. Of course. No doubt. That's part of it, too. Like, leave these guys alone. Quit demonizing them. Quit banning flavors of something that isn't something we need to demonize. Yes, young people should not be starting to use nicotine for no reason. They shouldn't be doing it in high school just because it's cool. That's not a smart move. It's not something they should do. Should they be making videos that look like bugs are crawling on your skin and scaring all the adults away who want to quit smoking or who maybe want to, learn more about it for other reasons? No, that stuff's crooked, and that's what we're fighting for. So, yeah, it's been good to see all the support, all the stops along the way. We had such great times meeting people, but that one stuck out most to me.
That makes such a good point, because that's one of those things I would have never connected those dots. You know, and that's, I mean, seriously,
I
I don't have anybody in my family who, like, you know, suffers from mental illness to that degree or anything like that. So yeah, I would have been blind to that myself. But that's the power of what a great documentary film can do, is to shine light, to show people a different thing, a different way to observe something, and hopefully affect some change. So again, You Don't Know Nicotine. It's on Kickstarter right now. How do people follow you? And because I know you guys are all over social media. I know it's You Don't Know Nicotine on Facebook, but I know you got Instagram and Twitter.
Probably
and all
the
that.
easiest way would be to go to, I mean, the main thing we're using, I mean, the movie's called You Don't Know Nicotine, but for people that want to know nicotine, KNOW, that's pretty much our handle, our website, knownicotine.com, KNOW nicotine.com, or, you know, just finding KNOW nicotine on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You know, we're out there every day posting stuff, trying to get people behind the scenes look at this, and, you know, get some more backers to show the world that this is something people care about. So that's where we're at.
Absolutely. Well, cool. Hopefully, you know, I know people, you know, will want to reach out. You know, some people can put, you know, a little bit of money in. Some people can put a lot of money in.
Just about.
And some people can put, can go, hey, I can't do either of those, but what I have is I have blank, which might help you. You know, so they can. You know, there might be some creative way. So if they can do that, they should reach out.
People know celebrities. Yep, I'd rather have a celebrity in our movie, and we're working hard on that versus a buck. So yeah, if you know anybody, you know, any celebrities who are using nicotine that would be willing to talk to us, we need to get some of those guys in the movie this time, and we're working hard on that.
There you go.
Yeah, any way that people can help would be appreciated.
Well, we can get you DJ Cue Ball from the Bloodhound Gang, but the problem is he will be the first to tell you he's not a celebrity. So.
Well, we'll see. We're going to just get a list of people available, and then we're going to try to get the top 3 of them or something in the movie. We'll see, because we don't want to, you know, we don't want to stag it full of everybody. But although maybe it would be cool if all the celebs were just the whole movie was celebs, then people might pay attention. So
absolutely,
we'll see.
Very cool. Well, Aaron, you know, we have your back, so looking forward to this, and can't wait till we can finally see the final product, and hopefully see some people's minds be changed and their eyes be opened as they learn to know nicotine.
Yep.
So keep doing what you're doing, my friend, and we will you know, be safe out there on the road.
Yeah, we'll do. You too. Have a good one now. Enjoy that 78 degrees or whatever.
We will. All right, Aaron Biebert,
right,
director of A Billion Lives and You Don't Know Nicotine, the upcoming film in production now. Again, the Kickstarter, we'll throw it up on the Vape Radio socials. Go check those out. Click the link. Go over. You can donate just $1, but we just need the numbers to be higher. So get over there, click that, share it out all over your social media so that everybody can get a click on that. Throw $1 in. It's just that easy.